yesterday and managed to knock down NIP in an easy 2-0 feat. Now they have to face one of the best in the world with the best in the world inside, in Simple. We're into Ancient, 9-1, not a bad ratio for fnatic. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Yeah. L plus ratio plus you fell off. That's what they're going to try and show us here. Util getting lined up outside of this B site. Something I will say in that NiP game yesterday, these B executes were, for my money, the most impressive part of Fnatic's toolkit here on Ancient. Let's see if they're able to find success. It's not looking good to open this one up in the pistol. Already Simple's dual Berettas have rung out with a kill, and now he's looking for even more. Tucked in inside a temple, he's going to run down this bomb plot. nicoodoz, you ain't getting respected by this guy. Not with the dual Berettas in play. And there's Young to close it. NaVi, they're going to run away with a flawless pistol round to open up.
Yeah, a little 5-on-5 on the B site. Everyone was ready there, no question about it. And yeah, Fnatic, one of the coolest parts yesterday was that Molotov they kept throwing into the back of default to stop those constant boosts that Broden would do back in cave. Well, Simple just sits there and runs them down, stops the plant, full pressure for NaVi. And Fnatic can't get comfortable. A nice pistol round taken. And on this CT side, we know games can very much get out of control. Fnatic on 4 Glocks. 3 mollies used instantly for NaVi, stopping a fast one. Fnatic were expecting it though. They're going to hold off for a moment and then creepy crawl their way into the B site.
Oh, there's a lot of Glocks. They've got numbers, but Young's got the element of surprise.
He did not stop running there. He just kept going.
Just speed, pace.
That's all you need.
Yeah, those are the 2 most important features.
Oh, well, it's a good start for NaVi, but we're waiting for the rifle round for Fnatic, see what they're going to bring to the table. Mate, if they could be competitive in this game, let alone win it, that would be monstrous, right? There's somewhat of a honeymoon aspect that we're considering for Fnatic, but at the same time, this is not a sleeper team on the other side in NaVi. Maybe you can catch NiP on a bad day. It's rare to see NaVi in the same as of late. Picking up tournament wins ever since Electronic took over the in-game leading duties of NaVi. In fact, he is leading with Julies in this round. In a gun round, no less. NaVi playing a bit of a bonus. It's cheeky, all right. Playing solo mid with the Julies was an interesting decision, but luckily he's already begun his rotation. He'll need to. mezii gets the pick into B before the smokes come down, and that gives Fnatic a little more room now as the plant comes in. Another spam shot for nicoodoz, and it's all going very well. Simple might already be thinking about saving that orb. This round is cooked.
Oh, nicoodoz really trying to hunt this man at long. Will decide that eventually enough is enough, and he's willing to let the SMG get away. Fnatic gonna get on the board nice and early, and even though that was, a bit of a bonus out of NaVi, they still had this big ticket item of the AWP in play. Never really gets to see any action there. Fnatic immediately in with their first. I'm super excited. I don't know about you, but I'm super excited to see Simple versus nicoodoz. I think that's going to be a bit of a banging head-to-head, right? Especially if nicoodoz is able to kind of replicate some of the moves he was making yesterday in that NiP game. He was hyper involved in the early stages of rounds with that AWP. The amount of times we saw him double kill on like the cave routing for the entry was crazy. So he's going to be super keen to get involved in these fights early on, and hopefully that increases the chances of him and Simple having this kind of intense clash between the 2 of them.
Yeah, Simple is starting B as well this time. He was ready for that A pop, something that Fnatic used frequently, right? A lot of contact days without utility in that game against NiP yesterday. Really caught them off guard when Hampus and Rez were swapping positions. That's crazy for Young. That is madness. He runs. He never even saw Roy. Gray screen the entire time, running and gunning, and he's going to get that opening kill for NaVi. What a way to do it. Settle back into the bomb site now. The orb is still looking down ramp. And in fact, getting curious as well as Perfecto. That's going to free up Young's rotation. NaVi have started to work this one out at the perfect time. A very ballsy push to make it a 5-on-4, but B has been very quiet in this round. NaVi know what's up, and Fnatic are going to creep into their crosshairs.
Yeah, Electronic is in just such a good spot, man. With this molly going down, it's only going to sell his position further. And the timing on the swing at a bit is so nice, man. It all works in tandem with each other. You know, right as their attention's peeled away from Donut and onto the big box, that's when you get the swing at a bit. Very, very composed for NaVi here. Stalwart A-side defense. And with just nicoodoz left, he's going to walk into his death down in Donut. NaVi, they will respond, right? A flawless round as well to find their third. An immediate bit of revenge after having that B play edged out past them. And I've got to say, you know, as much as we did see fnatic kind of lean into these A plays, as I said, heading into that last round, I actually much preferred their B takes. I think their B takes were super clean. They very rarely got out of hand, definitely had like a better success rate leaning towards that side of the map. I think they do a lot more with their utility there. A's just kind of, in my mind, harder.
Yeah, I think a lot of that as well comes off of nicoodoz's T-AWP, right? As you were saying, his cave picks, he was 3-on-1 in openers on the T side alone on this map yesterday, so we're going to need him to be cracking open bomb sites. But Sundayoung has been very impressive in these few rounds. That smoke hit is unfortunate for mezii. It stops you dead in your tracks. You can't move a muscle. And mezii gets turned into seafood there. Sundayoung, he sees food, he eats it. 2 kills already towards the cave, and Simple's freed up to rotate out yet again. But doesn't even need to. Now Electronics lost mid-info. And so fnatic could have a lurker come up on a big flank. It's going to be Crims creeping out mid late. But they're in no hurry. Minute on the clock, 3-on-5. And NaVi have 4 players sitting around the default pillar in B. This is quite the read. They're very ready for exactly what fnatic are dealing them. And there's not really much util to get around this corner either. fnatic love mollying this close corner in cave. But do they really want to announce it? Re-aggression might get caught. Oh, with a back turn for Crims. nicoodoz doesn't even get a chance to trade that kill out. He's going to go for it. Headshot is clean, but there's so many more inside of B.
They're 3 strong here for NaVi. You're going to be so hard-pressed to get past this.
Oh.
Ollie is going to force Electronic out. They know that he was cubby. As a result, they know he sat back in the little ninja corner. So Fasha catches him out through Donut. Hang on, they're breaking in. Simple's going to hold the line, but a plant is coming through. And now Fasha, in the 1 versus 2, goes looking for Simple, who's retrieved that AWP, and he puts it to good work right away. NaVi able to turn the tides on that one. That was a very, very, very good attempt at the 2v4 pushing towards that B site. But man, getting past Simple, the fact he was able to retrieve the AWP at low health just gave everything his way, didn't it?
Yeah, 2v5 for fnatic, and they get plant. They get it down to, 1v2, almost around. But yeah, shut down by Simple right at the end. The quick switch onto the AWP as well. Very nicely done for NaVi to keep that round from getting out of control. They just peeled out of that B play as fnatic got quiet, and stress is already coming in. Remember in that NiP game, they started both maps dominantly, right? They ran away with their early T side on Ancient as well, and it felt like their half was already done after 7-8 rounds or so. Well, now they've really got to work for it. Simple, he's heard the footsteps. He won't even try and take a shot. He gets back. Oh no, he doesn't. Almost to safety, but spins with the AWP and gives Crims an opening kill. Not typically an AWPer, but let's see what he can do with it, because Spam has come through the smoke denying the plant, and NaVi, they've at least slowed this round down for now.
Crims AWP highlight round? Question mark? Let's see if we get it. 1 kill off the Tech-9 already, but dead to the men over in Temple. nicoodoz goes looking for the trade, ends up getting cut down as well. That AWP is now irretrievable. And so this one, the chances of it getting interesting starting to decrease unless Fasha can come in big. And with Perfecto already on that line, retrieving the AWP again.
Yeah, NaVi aren't respecting utility in this game, right? It's why, the 1 round that fnatic actually picked up was one where they contacted into B and then got the picks and then smoked off those rotations, right? When they put the smokes down and then they try and run in, we've had a lot of spam kills come out for NaVi. We've had a lot of players push through this utility in unison all together, and they know they can't let fnatic get these comfortable post-plant positions, and so they're not even allowed plants in many of these rounds. This is really nice out of NaVi. They definitely knew what they were up against given that game yesterday, and look at how more aggressive it's getting. Bit biting back, finds Roy off of the jump onto the ledge. Out through the smoke in middle. fnatic, it's not getting easier.
Man.
And final bullet headshot for Bit. He's done in 3.
Dude, it's insane. They've only seen Bit in middle, but in reality, there's like a triple sprung layered defense in mid. They only knew about Bit, and he basically won the round single-handedly. As they were trying to trade that, they've been made aware of everyone else. And now for nicoodoz, yeah, not really much you can hope for. My, oh my, that is a beautiful round from Bit. It was basically over the moment he got involved with middle.
Yeah, this is so reassuring for NaVi, right? This has not been a frequently played map in recent months for this team. Definitely, picked it up early. Just having, Vertigo as an insta-ban for NaVi means they had to start off on Ancient when it got added to the map pool. But yeah, recent times not really been too interested. And fnatic, it's been their best map. It's been, their pocket pick to run through the RMR qualifier as well. And now they're really getting a taste of their own medicine up against the best. So much money getting made as well. These rounds for NaVi have been clean. And as said, fnatic have been desperately going for bomb plants and pretty unsuccessful in their endeavors. Worth noting, Harry, fnatic, they didn't go to the gym today. Could this have resounding effects on their performance? It's looking likely.
I mean, we mentioned it coming into the NiP game. We said that we gym with these guys. Samuelson, he sent us a little message saying, like, guys, we're gymming again.
And then they didn't.
And then they didn't go. And then they didn't go. So, if that... I'm just saying,
correlation does equal causation.
The correlation's there, man. Yeah. Right, Roy. He's going to try and get into cave, but as we know, Young's not really given this position over too frequently. Oftentimes, he's out with a double before all is said and done.
I don't want to waste all your ammo on that spam because you could get rushed on your reload, but now Young hopes for exactly that. He's got Simple covering, and that reload, they think they've got him. They get baited in from the audio queue, and Simple picks up 2, looking for a 3rd. Jiggle spotted, and Simple stops them in their tracks. Maybe an ace here in this round for Simple, but denied by the deagle of nicoodoz, but he doesn't get more than 1. Only Crims very late to be in a 1-on-3.
Big Crims up through the ramp side with this dig, but dead immediately. And so 7-1 is the score. Hey, man, you still got to give it to fnatic. If this keeps up, all their games would still be crazy dominant.
Not wrong, but not the dominance they were hoping for today. Considering Mirage is up next as well.
The slogan can be win or lose, it will be quick.
Yeah. For more branding opportunities, contact Harry on Twitter. nicoodoz's AWP is here though, it's been a while. T-side opener, attempting it in middle, but no one crossed up ledge, which is a shame. It's been something NaVi have been all over. This is something that NiP didn't do, and fnatic had so much room in middle, right? NiP never took mid control. They never had a double setup. They didn't really play aggressive mid, and that allowed fnatic to take it early or often take it late as well. NaVi in a lot of these rounds have had triple mid setups, and that scared fnatic somewhat. They won't be taking it in this round, even though it was just electronic with eyes on. Now fnatic again try and crunch this B side together. 4v5, but they've got a lot of room in cave. Roy gets corner jump, won't be able to get that kill, and now NaVi know what's happening.
Yeah, mezii has secured this opener and given them a little bit of room. Electronic having to just tuck in here and dodge these flashes. Blocked. Will catch them getting that bomb down, and Young even spammed out Roy at default. In the blink of an eye, this went from a 4v4 to a 4v1, and there's the round. Stolen away by NaVi. mezii, the only man to make a dent there from fnatic.
We often talk about how the pillar is a lot more comfortable now, right? But it's not that comfortable. It's not got room for 2 players because Crims got blocked there on the plant, couldn't get it down safely with his teammate in the way. And then his teammate, like you said, gets spammed. It couldn't have gone worse there. Look at this. You think you have room, but then Electronic's got a little bit of angle. You can see a little bit of feet, and he nips him up. Fresh toe trimmings.
Dude, what always scares me is, like, have you ever seen someone like using a toenail cutter to cut toes? If they have like strong, you know what I say, like thick old, like thick long nails, old nails, yeah. Those things fly off, man. I'm convinced you could get blinded by a stray toe. Is that a thing? Does anyone know that? Has anyone ever been blinded by a stray toenail?
I think, surprisingly, there's little research done into that scenario.
Yeah, but you know, there must be a record somewhere. If it's rare, then people will write about it when it happens. So, 8-1 right now.
Well, fnatic trying toe and nail to try and get around on this T side, but they're having trouble, and it's not getting any easier with Bit looking like this. Eviscerates 3 out of the A site. 2 of them headshots on a spray. His A stolen, but he's happy anyway. 9-1, and this is a calamity right now, Harry. Dear, oh dear. What is going on?
Yeah, man. From toe and nails to toe and heel, dude. They're feeling pain right now, and Electronic is double glazed on the other side of things. Now, Hugo, I wouldn't expect you to fully understand that, but no. Toe and healing is the process of putting double glazing in a doorway and then like making sure it's level.
We get it. You build houses, Harry, and you explain jokes.
I'm a builder now. What's up, everyone? How's it going? Builder here. Chad's a plumber. I'm a builder. How's that?
Hi,
Electronic.
Guys. Builder here.
Electronic, he did go for a little mid-peak, but this has left the B site more vulnerable. Only Perfecto left towards this side of the map, and so fnatic, they have found a way in here.
Yeah, they know there's someone caved, though. With this much room in B, there had to be a player in position. Perfecto might get caught here. Oh, Jiggle, he wins that fight. mezii spray won't convert, and Roy has to do it instead, but a man down, equalized at least to allow for that plant. Fasher gets it stuck in, and Young trying to do exactly the same through this utility on the long side. He doesn't get that smoke out, though. Fasher, he spots something. He's so low. Damage getting traded, but no one knows what's going on with all these flashes landing perfectly. Fasher's just trying to tuck in on default, and this is getting weird.
Yeah, Fasher, though, still being a nuisance over on default. Could have a chance, and there's that swing on out for the double. Simple. He's not going to have the chance here, having to just back up and hold on to the AWP, taking them out of the round right at the end. But Roy comes a knocking. Finally on the board is Roy, and in a big way, 3 kills from him in that round there to find fnatic their second.
All right, yeah, you know, great round for fnatic, but just based off of the spawns for NaVi, they took triple mid, they had a read, they wanted to get ahead of what fnatic were supposedly going to do, and to be fair, in the rounds that NaVi have started 3 mid, fnatic have run into them, so, you know, contact play up B gets fnatic a lot of room, and they make good on that situation. They don't waste their opportunity, but yeah, Roy off his silent streak, that's a good sign. Going to need him in fighting form if nicoodoz is unable to get these openers with the AWP. He's going to look for another chance at B. Again, NaVi still try and fight mid early, but Electronic does leave Simple here with the AWP holding ledge. fnatic have to wait the smokes out of B, and with things going quiet, that only gives NaVi more info as to where fnatic are. Young again getting aggressive. He doesn't have a teammate with him. This A1S has not got that much ammo, but it doesn't need to. 7 bullets onto Roy, and this guy is getting cream cracker today. Poor fella. Simple, good shot. Blinded in middle, finds Crim somehow. And now nicoodoz, well, he has to entry, or this is 10 rounds for NaVi.
Yeah, looking like they might want to send Fasher in first. He's also got the bomb on his back, so yeah, with him knocked out now, all the info's there for NaVi. They know this has to be a B play. They know fnatic were dedicated with everyone here. An uncharacteristic miss from nicoodoz. Pressure's maybe getting to them a bit now, and you don't have time to feel the pressure when you're up against a guy like Simple up in their face. 2 in that round there from the AWP. They just saw him over in mid, and then suddenly he's in B, cutting down the attempted push in the 3v5. With Simple and Young looking so good out of the gate. Bits had some really nice moments. Yeah. Perfecto's been like a perfect round closer. So many of these like chances where fnatic have made it a little closer, a little more interesting. Perfecto's just been there to kind of close the door on it. This is certainly building into a world where NaVi can just run away with this map in a ludicrously strong way.
Someone tell Simple that Smooth is not on fnatic anymore, right? He doesn't need to try this hard. He doesn't need to do them this dirty. That will, of course, be at the RMR. Cheeky little opening game between the benched heroes and NaVi. I'm down for it. fnatic, they're not having fun, safe to say. 2 T rounds on Ancient. It's not a terrible half. Like, they could get 4, they could get 5. That would be fine, really, given this how this game has begun. But right now, no sign that that's going to go down. Young spotted? No, but jiggling. If he goes any wider, Crims might have this opening kill with a 1 AK in the round for fnatic. Gonna stay on the boost. And he's definitely seen something, but with no kill getting gifted over, oh, fnatic are going to have to find one elsewhere. This may be the best chance of this A contact for fnatic. It's only bit back in Temple, but this guy's solid. Could easily get a kill off of these weird, tight Temple angles and back up and play retake. Smoke goes over and fnatic waltz in.
Ooh, that's a nice opener though, isn't it? Roy's even found another in the meantime. But right now, Electronic doing a good job of holding the 4 over here at A. He thins the herd a little bit, makes life perhaps that much easier for Perfecto and Simple, who look to move in on this retake. A man down now. Bomb planted. They know they've got a man trapped in at the default boxes. And Perfecto gonna try and go hunting for it, but it's ugly. Now Simple's gonna do it all alone, and that's not happening. mezii, the captain of fnatic, leads them into a third there. Beautiful scenes in the post plant from him. And wonderful deeks from the kind of entry guys to open that one up, right? Both Roy and Fasha finding success on either side of the map.
Yeah, very sick shots, right? Especially when every time fnatic have gone A, they've run into, you know, Electronic deep in CT, bit in Temple, or Donut rather, and sometimes even Simple on the AWP here as well. NaVi was set up heavy towards that B site for a change. Third round, and as said, this can quickly change. This could be a good half for fnatic still, and NaVi know that. Even though they're 10-3 up, they're calling timeouts, making sure they take this half as clean as can be. 10-5 and 12-3 are very different situations, especially on Ancient. So NaVi want to keep that clean as they can. Blade weighing in. But he's not looking too stressed, I'll say that much. NaVi haven't had to even pull out the notebook yet. This is one of the, you know, most well-prepped coaches in Counter-Strike right now. Right now, the game plan's solid. Start CT, win.
All right, Electronic down to Clown over here in middle. He knows that with them blocking that mid-smoke, they might attempt to do something weird here. And so he's responded with a smoke of his own and is now playing up close.
Oh, no.
He could even elect to spam this. They have boosted over the top. Oh, Electronic just having missed that little window of opportunity there. But it's all well and good. You know, still kept even in the 5v5. Sure, fnatic have a bit more ground over in middle to work with, but still ample resources for NaVi to move in and try to fight and contest middle. fnatic don't want anything to do with it, though. They will be grouping back for another one of these B hits. Have to say, though, NaVi, they are more than poised and ready for exactly this. Even a double cave setup, and these can be a real nuisance to trade favorably in, right? Just because Simple's got such an easy route to get out of there. You know, if some Young gets a kill and then, you know, he dies, Simple trades that out. Simple can just leave. Oh, no! That's kind of awkward timing, but that's where the second man comes in handy. And yeah, they'll just get out of there now that they found themselves in the 5v4. However, a bit of an overstep from Electronic down in middle suddenly gives fnatic a way back in.
Yeah, they thought that was a commit. NaVi was shuffling towards a B-rotate. Bit just gets back behind the boxes in time, but he can't get a kill. Again, the captain of fnatic seems to be saving them in these gun rounds on A. Fash is jumping around. He has no idea Perfecto's gotten this deep, and while a plant will have to come through for fnatic, it's getting very claustrophobic on this box. nicoodoz trying to stop the cross out of Temple. He will find Perfecto's face, and there's still Young to deal with as well. He's dropped out. nicoodoz knows. Simple's creeping up behind as well. fnatic have cleared spawn. They now know exactly where this retake is coming from. And with Crims late lurking, he's gone through the box. It's only mezii now. Got to finish what he started. 3 kills deep, and the 1v1 is done. He'll do it, put his team on his shoulders, and find fnatic 4 rounds.
It's always so reassuring to see that mezzi's capable of doing this, right? Because I know for a lot of people, that was the worry when we learned that he was moving on to the IGL role, right? Was like, it's really not uncommon, especially with players who don't have exposure to it like mezii, to see their individual performances drop off. And considering this guy's was always a real consistency, not just in Fnatic, but even looking back into, you know, like the limited time of the Cloud9 project, etc. He was always a very, very exciting piece of the puzzle.
Okay,
jeez, Simple, come on now.
That's a disrespect kill.
He didn't even give him the scope. He just...
That's all we were waiting for. nicoodoz going for that fight. He destroyed Nip on that fight yesterday, and Simple just no-scopes him. Like, what do you do? What do you do? You die. But yeah, to jump on your mezii point, I mean, you know, it was worrying, that thought, because there wasn't that much firepower on this team when he took over, right? It was pre-Roy, it was pre-Fasher, and so it was worrying, you know, if mezii's leading academy players, where is the firepower? But he's not often got to step up like this with some of the players that he has in his repertoire. But when he can, and we know he can, he's put up some of these massive A rounds for Fnatic. However, this is unlikely to be one of them. NaVi have triple stacked the site. They've got 2 players carrying red. And while we have Fnatic running and execute here in A, it might be a bit ugly. Fake out. Shotgun in cave, uh-oh.
Oh, they're calling for the full rotate. This has all been heard by the caveman. Some Young has said, guys, we've got numbers coming into B right now. And so NaVi start to lean players over. That's where Crims could have a big moment in the sun here on this wrap up through middle. With Perfecto dead, Crims could have won the round there and then, holding this flank instead. Bit's given a chance in the 1v2.
Excellent observing. I mean, that caught everything on both sides of the map. But Bit, he might catch this L in this round, tries to force a fight. Oh, and mezii hits the headshot. It's clean, it's decent, and Fnatic actually recover the T side. That's something to be proud of, but can they do anything with it? Or will NaVi come in storming into their second half? It's map 1 of the series, and it's a big one. Be back after the break, folks.
Hey Future Pros! On Ancient today with a helpful little A-split smoke. To throw the smoke, take mid control. Easy, right? Then get into this corner. Aim at the middle of this spot. And jump through the smoke. A nice, easy lineup leading to a useful smoke that can give you some good options on the grueling T side of Ancient.
We both know we're not the same without rock bottom. Let it go, but we come back to craving problems. Am I your favorite kind of shame? Do I make you wanna hate?
Now we can't miss this, can we? fnatic in with 5 to round out that first half of play. NaVi was a very convincing start in which fnatic were able to kind of grind a couple of rounds out there right at the very end of that first half. Now, are the 5 rounds they were able to muster, Hugo, is that going to be enough here? We know that T-side Ancient can be a real struggle. How are you feeling about fnatic's chances in this one? Yeah, on their map pick as well.
Some very slow players to start, right? Like Roy was lights out yesterday. nicoodoz was getting all those B picks. I mean, Roy's 0-7 in his opening fights right now. That's a scary stat going into this CT side. But a fresh half, a fresh start perhaps for fnatic, as we see NaVi just take that mid control for free. Pistols spamming through top smoke allow this control. And NaVi want to fake out A before going back to this B bomb site. They've absolutely pulled the wool over fnatic's eyes, blinded by the prospect of this A attack. Bid is selling this with Simple right now. And mate, if they get kills, this round is over because fnatic have already fallen for it, and it can get worse before the bomb even goes down on the other site. Now, they did call for the bomb to join them. They had so much room, but NaVi have changed their mind in the mid round, and this has actually given fnatic ample time to make that realization. Simple's here to kill rotations, and it's only nicoodoz on B. He needs to put on a show. They heard him.
Dude, with Simple holding down these rotates, this could get really rough if Simple finds a lot of success, or if nicoodoz dies getting nothing accomplished. Oh, what?
See ya.
That's not even the fight he was meant to be taking, but Simple has just opened up the route into B. That's crazy. And now 2 in through cave. Perfecto has spotted them. He knows about this double flank, and he's going to deal with it. Oh dear, fnatic, they needed this pistol round, and it's all fallen onto the shoulders of Crims. Defuse kit to work with. That does give him 5 more seconds to play with here, and time is king in moments like this. But with him getting wrapped already up from behind, it's Electronic looking to seal the deal on this round. And there it is. NaVi run away with the pistol. And now we run the risk of this being a pretty decisive matchup after all.
Dude, Simple's, he's a showstopper, isn't he? He's a show-off. That was just dirt. He's going for this fight instead of killing rotates. Like, cool, yo, nicoodoz backed off long. Maybe you could see him Simple. And he just peeks deep spawn and gets that kill. Yeah, fnatic fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I mean, they completely rotated out of B other than nicoodoz. But even so, that's a clean round for NaVi, who are a man down in the post plant.
I just can't get over that, like, Simple's whole thing, when you get red, it's like to disrupt the rotates. And he entry B from red on a jiggle. Like, what is that? It's just not reasonable at all, is it? But hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. This ain't reasonable either. This is USPs making a round interesting. Perfecto keeping it under control. Okay. There we go. The excitement of the round kind of diminishes now. There was definitely a chance there. Everyone was on their feet.
On their feet.
On their feet, out of the seats. And the crowd now was proud now for a moment, but in the end, Perfecto is able to right his wrongs, Hugo. Well, not his wrongs, actually. He did great. Yeah. He made up for his kind of, you know, the shortcoming of that USP fight down ramp. You get what I mean?
Oh, I get what you mean.
Kind of, you know, it was like a roundabout way of saying he did a great job.
Good job, Perfecto. We're proud of you. Roy, this is a long road. And he's got to walk that road all the way through T-spawn. Bit of trench foot in the sewers, perhaps.
All right, Hugo, look, he's probably just going to die as soon as he arrives. So rate the kind of, like, skin combo. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I like the gloves. The gloves are nice.
But as, like, a unit, how do you feel about it? As, like, a... Because I don't think it's got a lot of, you know, it doesn't, like, complement the pistol.
Well, you know, you can't have everything based on your gloves. You know, it's probably the primary, the AK, the, you know, the deagle, maybe. I don't know, Harry. I'm not skin guy.
But you have a USP every round. All I'm saying is, Roy, buy the white out, and then it'll go with the gloves.
Well, you let him know later. How about that?
I will, actually.
Yeah.
I will.
I see you. Kind guy. 12-5, and NaVi, they're here to stay. They're here to take the map pick of fnatic out of this one. NaVi all rifled up, with the exception of Simple, who did lose his life on that ramp push. Bit's in a position to throw a full execute if he wants. He might even have 2 smokes here, probably does.
Yeah, he has. He's been dropped another one. You can see it.
Oh, they're fighting before they bloom, though, and that's given nicoodoz an opening kill and a chance to back out Gonna re-aggress on the ramp side, and Simple found that AK. He was just waiting for someone to die so he could put it to use, and that he does. Dead after one though. NaVi are getting caught, they're getting fought by everyone from fnatic, and no smokes down means fights are plentiful for this CT side. Sunday Young wants the money, and so he will stick the bomb, but winning this round should be impossible.
Gonna try and maneuver around default. Roy dead, creeping in, but the ammo becomes a concern, and fnatic, they double swing him from the short side. They don't really give him the room to get out of there. You know, if he makes it back down ramp, there was even a half a second of hesitation on that kind of double swing out of short. Could have been a very different round, but they don't give him the room. They don't give him the chance to get out of there and compose himself for the clutch. fnatic are able to stay on top of things over towards that B bomb site in their first rifle round. So very important they stick the landing there.
Absolutely, but still no easy way back into this game for fnatic. NaVi, plenty of room to close out their opponent's map pick. And, you know, it's nice to see NaVi come in hot to day one yesterday against Spirit and keep that up. No slow starts here in this tournament for NaVi, and certainly not slow in this round. They're running right through B. Look at these hops for Perfecto. He's just jumping into the site. Roy smoked off, does get that kill. Spamming bit out late to the ramp. Fash has found one, and nicoodoz is here as well. It's an absolute mauling. NaVi needs to start dropping long smokes in some of these XX now, because they are getting picked apart through these positions. Roy even, he gets 2 kills. He didn't see either of them. Wallbang and smoke spam will do it for Roy. Hey, when you're having a game this tricky, anything to get you back in, I guess. But still, I mean, no one's on double digits but mezii here in fnatic. Sure, they're getting a couple of rounds. They're waking back up near the end, but we do need more of the usual suspects to give us the keys.
Yeah, I really hope that when we eventually see the CT, or maybe that's a bit of a turning point in this one for fnatic, right? Maybe that's where you have your kind of second in line to the throne, a step up alongside a mezii, right? Get like a nicoodoz really farming into this. Gotta say, Roy's had a great recovery. You touched upon it. He had a really, really rough start. 0-7 in opening duels after that first half. And he didn't even get his first kill, I want to say, till like round... I swear it was like round 10 or 9, like round 9. I think it was round 9, yeah. So, you know, he's kind of started to course correct in this one, and that's going to prove to matter a hell of a lot if fnatic do want to long this out.
Very
They're
aggressive.
on the path to do it. Only Deagles here for NaVi. And it looks like fnatic are more than willing to fight them for this lane control. Roy creeping in. Timing's going to be everything on this. He's seen Perfecto, and this double peek at the doors is a boost up over the smoke, so they're not in a position to trade that, but they could find an equalizer here on Fasher if he goes any further down the ramp.
Now, this is perfect. He's playing anti-flash. He knows he's got cover from Roy. The second Roy screams audibly, Fasher's going to turn around and look at the ramp. NaVi don't even have a util to stop this. They have got to steamroll, and it doesn't seem like it will happen with this kind of setup. 3 players fighting. There's the peek for Fasher, and it's perfectly timed on his teammate's contact. fnatic get rid of that pistol round. You know, it's only an eco, but good to keep guns alive and make sure NaVi don't win any unwinnable rounds to, you know, shut out this game. Because an eco right now, when fnatic's money isn't established, if NaVi win it, it's very difficult to come back from that mentally, economically, physically, spiritually, all of the lees. Oh, team knife, not ideal. Happens. nicoodoz's AWP is here.
No, but it's tactical, because now nicoodoz is low, so he has to have the AWP.
Now he can get legged. Oh, they know. Oh, bit, surely not. mezii, patience, doesn't rush after the smoke drop. He's going to creep out later. Just enough. Well, Simple's now also low, so I guess he's got to keep the AWP, guys. We might even have that head-to-head, but nicoodoz smoked off red, rotates out, and Roy pulls a spam onto Sunday Young, a taste of his own medicine.
I was going to say, yeah, that must feel good for Roy, because he was on the receiving end of like so many of these grimy wallbangs over at B that like finally he gets a leg up and deals one the other way. That's a nice feeling. Crim's over here in Donut. might get pressured as mid still belongs to NaVi. Right now, they're going to leave Electronic here alone, looking like he wants to try and work this one a little bit later.
Oh, he's going to spam. Oh, the crouch is big there.
Oh, he hits the reload. He doesn't go right away.
Oh, this is scary for Crims.
On a knife's edge right now, and this fight actually decides a hell of a lot. Like, if Electronic wins it, suddenly the pincer into A is real deadly. mezii could just be screwed. If it goes the other way, hang on. They're underneath him. They're underneath him. Just a little too short. Oh my god. They find a way to get past mezii, and there's the donut flank out of Electronic arriving in the perfect moment. Roy, desperately trying to save the day, adds another kill to the tally, but on this swing, out past the orb, it's only a dink to Perfecto.
That's a quick kill for fasha and may make this round winnable after all. Simple gets peeked by nicoodoz. He goes right into the angle, and Electronic's got to finish the job. 1v2. Crosshair perfect for fasha, and nicoodoz off the bomb now. Electronic knows it, forces another shot out. He goes back for more, and nicoodoz wins the round for fnatic. The stick is plentiful as far as the time goes, and I can't believe fnatic saved that round from that double opener there for NaVi. My oh my, the itty bitty creepy crawly under default box. Big gets all the way to big, and then, you know, we thought it was going to be Crims falling, and then mezii screwed. It was the other way around. Crims had to turn to deal with this A attack, and then he gets shot in the back. Nice stuff though, fnatic. They're making the most of this game. As I said, if this was a 12-3 first half, it would feel like, you know, a done deal. But fnatic got those last couple of consolation rounds, and they built off the back of
that round, like, shows why it's so sick to be a short king. You know, like, Hugo, sure. you're finally good, man. Clocking in at 4'11".
I'm 5'11". Nice try, buddy. I'm above the national average. Mum.
That's so funny. If anyone ever brings up that they're like better than the national average, they're probably insecure about that thing.
You make me insecure.
Because they bothered to look up what the national average is. Don't worry, Hugo. There are many a measurement that I am well and truly under the national average on. nicoodoz holding on to the cave. A caveman in his own right.
Ooga,
and
ooga,
will
booga.
he find fire? Let's find out. Oh, hang on. He's striking the flint and steel together, but it's not quite catching. Second time might be the charm, and there it is. The caveman has done it. Fire has been invented, and evolution now begins. Roy holding on to the run through cave, 2 dead. And the remainders for NaVi trying to worm their way up the ramp. Bits Tech 9 does a good job. Perfecto is even going to spam out another. NaVi, they are still very much in this one, but a double ramp flank should seal the deal. And there it is. fnatic onto double digits now, just 2 behind NaVi.
How are we this close? How is this game sped up so quickly for fnatic? They lost the pistol. They lost both pistols. And NaVi even got the conversions as well. None of that matters right now as fnatic field 5 in a row on this CT side. And NaVi wondering where their lead went. Where did it end up? Heavy mid setup for fnatic, and they're here at the right time. A back turn, Crims is running down middle to get some space to avoid the flashes, and he gets shot in the back. They can't even trade, they can't help. Roy wants to desperately, but you don't know what lurks at elbow. And even if he went for that kill, Young has got a gap above the smoke. He can see right in. And this is now very uncomfortable for fnatic as NaVi have pulled the brakes and are waiting for a reaction. They know fnatic are hungry for info and for kills. fasha tucked in the corner. Roy might have to die for this one. As long as it sells fasha's position, now it's getting very awkward. fasha knows he can do nothing to help Roy. It's a 1v1 that gets lost, and fasha playing the long game. He's going to peek back out and try and trade, but there's still two Ts here, and now he's trapped. That could not have gone worse for fnatic, and NaVi seemed to be on for a round.
nicoodoz, the sole defender, lines up a collateral. All right, hang on. Not out of this one yet. The AWP still very much in this.
Bye.
fnatic.
The flank.
mezii started to commit to the B rotate, but right now, hang on, yeah, something's been calm. nicoodoz says no one else is coming. He's even re-aggroing cave. Right now, fnatic are starting to piece this one together. Timing's going to be everything for mezii. He really needs to find and hit this fine line And threading the needle in through the back line, and he's going to manage it.
They're going to plant for donut. They think it's clear. They just cleared it. They think there's an A player. mezii might stop this bomb from going down. He won't. He could catch Bit right off of the plant. Oh, the gap into CT and mezii. They're poltergeists.
That's a bit of a surprise to Perfecto. Bombs planted for CT, and Electronic is now flanking the flankers. He doesn't commit to it. Instead, he's going to start to go back and play around the bomb. He could lose this if he commits to the donut play, but CT, it was set up for him to win. If it came down to it, might never be needed as Bit makes a heroic play out through Temple. And so that's 13 for NaVi right there. They dodged that flank time, and they managed to write everything after that awkward collateral over in Cave. And they still come out ahead.
God, that was around the timings well and truly. There were a lot of ways that could have gone wrong there for NaVi, but a lot of space taken in the post plant. They realized they got that A site for free after they cleared main. CT and Temple taken, and that does NaVi a great favor in the post plant. Oh, scary stuff. And fnatic, who didn't establish money despite the 5-round streak, have now got themselves into a bit of a pickle. It's going to be SMGs, it's going to be pistols. There's even an AWP. It's all over the place, but it's not the place that fnatic want to be at this point in the game. NaVi, if they break the money and head into 14, fnatic might have to give them the guarantee of overtime. It's a very rough call to make. We're not there yet, but it feels pretty inevitable with this kind of buy. Double pistols, Crim's still having a stinker. Trying to run out mid. NaVi smoked the util, they won't take it though. But all of this utility forces a lot of respect out of fnatic, who don't currently have eyes on A. mezii's going to have to rotate out as he realizes NaVi haven't taken this space. Crims has actually a very good position given his weaponry, but he knows his back is open, he can't stay there forever. NaVi want this A site.
Dude, it is, you point out Crim's still having a bit of a rough one. It's a shame to see, because yesterday he was like such a pivotal player, and even throughout like the kind of sadder chapter of fnatic history, Crims was always like a real backbone of this team. He's even really embraced the British culture, bringing teabags to every game. So, yeah, don't like seeing him down 6-18 right now.
But this is actually great, because NaVi don't want to just walk out A. They want a bit of mid-control first, and they're going to have to go into this double setup. fnatic have taken all this B space, and so that's allowed Crims to play close. 5-7 is not the best, but a one-hit headshot around this corner, he's giving it up. He's heard the A util. It's only a bait. NaVi aren't even going to move out A main until they've got this mid-control. Bit can do all he wants. It's keeping all these eyes from fnatic in the wrong place. And NaVi now can actually go take B from middle. Oh, this is... fnatic gone very unlucky with their rotates here. NaVi have gamed them hard. And now they're going to walk up to the cave. Close range weapons for fnatic, but they're going to get caught in tandem. Good shot. Second player, they won't clear him. Jumping around the corner. Oh, Roy recovers a double. And Simple and Electronic will fall. Bit's going to have to pick up the pieces. Perfecto can't even find his opponent.
He's fighting a ghost.
Oh, boy, it's all Roy as fnatic find 11 rounds with a mishmash investment.
Crazy, man. Like the MP9 up close like that, just rat-a-tat-tatting them.
Yeah.
Having a sprint across out in the open. He's so lucky that there was a bit of team damage in there, because he goes down to the last bullet in this fight. And if it wasn't for Simple tagging Electronic, they would have traded that, and then there would have been a route to plant in B. It's crazy that that ends up working like a bait and switch as well. Like, that wasn't even the intention behind that. They wanted to push, and then Fasha goes, guys, they're triple pushing through the hole.
Oh, NaVi getting frustrated. They called a fasty, and it's not gone well for them, Harry. This round is over in 20 seconds, not even. 4 kills immediately. Simple runs through the mid-smoke, and they try and chase the cave player, but fnatic, they're way past the Stone Age right now. Bit's got a kill. Fash is low. His barrel might even give him up, but the flank is there. It's not even needed. This is getting interesting now. fnatic have dug deep in this series. 12 rounds. And NaVi, I mean, that screams frustration around like that. They know they've been robbed. fnatic won't give them their wallet back. It's going to have to be pistols. Bit on a hero gun.
Yeah, you know, you understand where the call comes from. Like, Electronic will have just been saying, like, guys, we've been giving them all these slow rounds. Let's try one that's a little bit more pacey, see how that goes. But now you've tested the waters, and yeah, it was pretty bad. So I imagine you go back to something a little bit slower here. Just kind of reaffirms that you have been playing this right the whole time. Out towards A, Bits made it very, very deep. And even though it's been spotted, like and mezii knows this, it's where they are inside of the site that's problematic. You almost have to fight for this. And Crims will, diving out through Donut, he's in with 2. The bomb was caught crossing out of main, and fnatic are just 2 kills away from tying this game up at 13 all.
And stuff like that Crims just pulled is what got NaVi such a great first half, right? Just disrespecting the util. He gets smoked in Donut, he just runs through it. He doesn't care, he knows all eyes are on mezii, who's calling he's been spotted. Captain doesn't overface, and there are no eyes on Crims there, giving him a nice double, and the bomb dropped.
Dude, like, just think about the kind of scoreline we were at. This was 10-2 to NaVi at one point, or 12-5 coming into this second half, right, after they won the pistol. And yet still fnatic have been able to grind their way into this. That's super cool because, you know, in the matchup that we saw yesterday, something that you said earlier on was they got off to really good starts, right? And you kind of wonder, like, okay, without that hot streak, without kind of going, you know, 6 rounds to the good very early, was that going to take a bit of the wind out of their sails? We don't really know what the resilience factor of this team's like yet. And seeing them look so resilient on the CT side of their map pick is certainly putting that much more faith in fnatic versus NaVi, no less. So yeah, this is a very, very legit turnaround that we're getting right now from the fnatic squad.
And hilariously, Roy, who was, remember, at least 0-7, if not 0-9.
I think he was 0-9, because I swear he surpassed the agent scoreline. So, you know, I swear he went past 007.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So 0-9-ish. He's now top of the entire server, Harry. He's 21-18. He's top of the server. How has that happened? He was 0-7 at opening kills at the half. This guy's now top of the server. That's sick. That's a recovery. And boy, fnatic are in this game. NaVi can't go quick. They've got to take their time on this one. A true test of Electronic's leadership now. They keep smoking this mid-molly just to keep fnatic on their toes and forcing util out of them, but NaVi have had to use 2 smokes immediately just to get rid of Molotovs, just to get a bit of early space. It has given them a lot, however. Already on ledge is Young trying to fight red. Roy's got re-smokes for days in cave, and Crims actually gets an opener as well. He even gets flashed out to keep a 5-on-4. fnatic don't need to throw themselves into this one, but Crims gets very hungry, and Electronic will punish. A picnic in middle. And it all goes cold and quiet.
Oh, Fasha, it's a scary swing. And now you hear that AWP brain out. And you know you're lucky to still even be alive.
Jumped it as well. A re-smoke on ramp. And Simple, after showing the AWP, completely changes spots. Electronic, also not usually an AWPer, but he is on 10 health. So Simple's going to have to go manual mode with the rifle and pop his way out A. Smoke's going to get laid up. And retake flashes 4 in spawn. Good catch. J-Raz. Here come NaVi, it's all on mezii.
Yeah, often very dependable in these A-holds is mezii, but this time on that swing, Simple. Best him another collateral for nicoodoz. They keep coming to him in pairs, and he'll take them every single time. Out with the swing, and just falls a little short. Hang on a moment. Roy will wrestle with the AK, regain control. Perfecto doing all he can, but nicoodoz there to lay down the pain train with that AWP. 3 in the round from 2 bullets getting fired. And just like that, fnatic now in pole position.
Was that again Simple and Electronic getting collatted? Because that's what happened in Cave earlier. No, it was Bits and Electronic. Simple got the entry on that AK. I mean, he did his job. He swapped off the AWP for Electronic, but yeah, a second collat in the CT side for nicoodoz. He is getting a little lucky, but he's hitting all the shots he has to. And they close out the post plant as well. My, oh my. This is one way to do it.
Yeah, man. You know, it's a good thing it was Noah's Ark and all and not nicoodoz's Ark, because those animals that went in 2x2 would have just
come out 0x0.
Crazy, isn't it? Like, that's two now in the last couple of rounds. And man, like, when stuff like that is even going the way of Fnatic, you know, like, it feels like you're kind of destined to win this now.
Yeah, it's got to be a little tilting for NaVi, right? In a game like this, a 12-5, as you said, both pistols, both converted, and Fnatic have gone on a hot streak here in the CT side. They've won 9 out of the last 10 rounds in a row. NaVi, we haven't really seen PXX. It's worth noting, right? They've done some contacts. They've done some late B takes off the middle. But as far as execute smokes go in, if you remember those first couple of rounds of the half, it was long never getting smoked, and Fasher and nicoodoz just picking players as they enter B. Not really seen the test of an execute towards his site. It might be time for that for NaVi. With Electronic lurking out mid, it's him v Crims. Good flash. Crims gets out, but he's also been spotted. Electronic just goes, screw it. I have space. I have red. He's all the way up tippity top. And now NaVi have to play off of this control, this information. Not only can he hear rotates between the two sites, but he can come in on a backstab. However, none of that will matter if NaVi don't get entries into B. And first, they got to get past the AWP.
It's a good flash to get him off the angle. nicoodoz still going to move back in and take it. That's kind of ballsy. Like, once you've lost the angle as the ult, normally you kind of want to get reflashed back in, right? And
Okay.
Well, deal with that AWP presence over towards B. This doesn't even have to be a B commitment right now. That's the scariest part. The bomb is in middle. The bomb wants to go A, and Electronic is having his way with the rotates, doubling down over him red. Why not make it a third? mezii's right there for the taking. Will trade out Electronic. The bombs come back to B. mezzii's won 2 fights. No, NaVi. This was meant to be their round. And now it's mezii in the 1v2. He's feeling it, man. He was stepping up before anyone else was on Fnatic. With Simple holding this line, Simple does not often miss these shots. And I mean, there it is to take it over the line. It gets a little nerve-wracking for a moment. But at least you still got Simple to kind of walk that one through.
Dude, these bomb rotates have been everywhere for NaVi in the T side, right? They've been just, they can't even make up their mind where they want to go. They're hitting both sites at the same time. The bomb is in middle, just jumping up ledge, climbing back down donut. It's just all over the place. And Electronic, he wins that round for NaVi right there. The timing cross to not hunt down Crims when he knew he had him cornered. He wanted more. He wanted the entire round, and he gets it for NaVi. Even then, mezii almost makes magic happen, but Simple picks up an AWP in the post plant and puts it to use. And now it's Fnatic's money drawn into question as much as NaVi's has been all half. Winner of this is likely the winner of the game. No guarantees, of course. Roy runs him down, and he gets aggressive towards B. Opening kill even found onto Young. Very good start for Fnatic, and Roy can even give it up, but he chooses not to. Him and Fasher again set up deep at B, and that gives so much room. With mid lockdown, with B lockdown, there's only one place NaVi can be. It's hiding around the jungle, setting up A smokes. You can see the penny is dropped for Fnatic. And now they want to close it. Now they want to give NaVi the great British pound.
nicoodoz on this angle nails the opener, and even though Simple's now moved into it with his AWP, there's a smoke in the way that nicoodoz is going to be able to play over the top of. This could give him a little one-way. Flash is getting traded to send him off the angle, but double out through donut for mezii and Fasher, and there's the AWP to close. 15 on the board. Fnatic on map point on their map pick from 2-10 down, coming in towards this second half of play. This is one hell of a comeback we've got to witness out of this new look Fnatic squad.
Yeah, and with no plant for NaVi, we already talked about the money problems. I mean, they are rearing their ugly head again. There's nothing here but Simple with 5,700. He can buy an AWP with no helmet. Even that's not ideal, but you got to make do with what you got, NaVi. Out of timeouts now. They used one in the first half. Didn't even need to. But this is a very different game now. And I'm glad you brought up this point earlier. I'm going to reiterate it, right? Yesterday, it was dominance from beginning to end against NiP. Well, this was a comeback for Fnatic. This wasn't a strong start. This was a game you could have easily, given up in and accepted defeat. but Fnatic have done anything but, and have turned this one right around. Their map pick in the series, and one chance to end it here in Reg.
Yeah, I mean, the big ticket item here is the AWP on Simple, and so he needs to have like a classic vintage Simple round now more than ever. Oh, it's not the start you wanted. Fasha's going to win it. Now the AWP might be retrieved by Perfecto, but still, that's a tag.
Run!
And now Fasha's got to get the hell out of danger. He will still stay alive. Keeping the numbers looking pretty for Fnatic.
Okay, Bit's got some room. Crimson's got nades out. He should be dead here. He turns away to look at A, and Bit gets that kill. We talk about this bomb rotate. Well, they got to pick it up first. NaVi have to go back through T-spawn. Perfecto can take his AWP there. Bit hasn't committed to the A attack. He's again going to go back up top red, a position that has given rounds to both NaVi and Fnatic on this T half. Electronic might even take this AWP. He's low. Fasha's walking for mid-info, and he's going to get killed by Bit. Tucked in the cubby. This is now getting out of hand for Fnatic. Looked like a lock-in round. They've got to work for it.
Oh, the drop in middle. nicoodoz. No, there's a team kill in the mix. Don't say that TK gives them a route back in.
They know mezii is an A anchor.
He's full committed to this push all the way through main, now wrapping middle. He has missed the timing on the bomb, but Bit could still get caught moving up late. Timing's everything, and mezii's going to find it. Now a 1v1. Perfecto in that first half was so often the guy to safeguard these clutch rounds, to put a stop to clutches in their tracks. Now he is to do that to lock in an OT for NaVi. Make up for the TK over in middle. Would all be forgotten about if he can secure overtime on the back of this 1v1. mezii's seen him. mezii's got the info. He knows he's out at long, and that molly makes life awkward for Perfecto. He's got no choice but to route to short. mezii's tapped it, and a swing's got to come eventually. And mezii walks it over the line. A 1v2 to close. 16-14. Fnatic are the victors on their map pick.